Hello friends, welcome back. If you're new here, welcome. I am Vicki and you're with Gravy in the Kitchen. Today we're going to make a ground meat rice one skillet dish. It's going to be a Mexican style dish. So we've got a pound of ground turkey. Use any kind of ground meat that you like. We have an onion that we chopped up. It was a very large onion, but the other part we'll stick in the freezer because I don't want a lot of onions. I got a jar of home canned black beans. You can use canned beans if you like. I'm going to strain these and rinse these off. I got a can of diced tomatoes, a can of mild chilies, 1 tablespoon of cumin, and 1 tablespoon of chili powder. Got some cheddar cheese and some chicken stock. And last but not least, some frozen corn. So without further ado, aprons on, let's get to the stove. Alright, so we have the pot on the stove. We have some olive oil in here. We're going to warm that up, get the pot. Once we get the ground meat brown, then we're going to go ahead and add in our onions and saute those with the meat just for a little bit. We're going to go ahead and add in our onions. In those onions. I'm going to go ahead and put a lid on it just to hold in the steam so we can steam those onions very, very, very tender. Alright, we're going to scoot all of our ground meat over to one side. We're going to add about a tablespoon more of olive oil. Now we're going to add our rice. We're going to saute the rice for about 2 minutes. Just add a little bit of color to that rice. And that is 1 cup of white rice, and it's a Jasmine rice if I'm not mistaken. We're going to go ahead and combine the meat and the rice together. We have 2 cups of chicken stock, 1 can of diced tomatoes, 1 can of diced chilies, minus the can, of course, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon of chili powder, should have took the corn out of the freezer last night, but I did not. But the heat in this pan will melt that, no problem. And then I have 1 can of drained and rinsed black beans. Now we're going to keep an eye on the liquid, see if we need to add some more chicken stock to it, because it is actually cooking the rice. So the rice will absorb a lot of this liquid, but we don't want it to get dry and the rice still raw. So we need to keep an eye on our liquid level in here. So everything is in here except for the cheese, which will go on very, very last. There, we are going to go in here every now and then and just give the bottom a good scrape so that we don't have anything sticking to it. Alright, so the corn has thawed out. We are boiling, so now the rice is going to start cooking. But isn't that a beautiful color? So festive in there. We just got to let that rice continue to cook, and we need to keep an eye on the liquid level. But make sure that the rice is able to cook with enough liquid in there. Alright, I'm going to turn it down to a medium low. Again, we're going to go in here and stir it. Adding about a half a cup of chicken stock in there. Alright, we're going to let that continue to cook. Just check that the rice to see if it's done. We're not quite there yet. I'll add another half a cup of chicken stock, maybe another quarter cup of chicken stock. I am going to add just a little bit more salt to it and just a pinch more of pepper. And I believe our rice is done. Perfect. We're going to go ahead and turn the heat off, and we're going to add about 2 cups of shredded cheddar cheese, and you can use any kind of cheese you like. Pepper jack, cheddar, Monterey Jack, Colby, it doesn't really matter. A mixture of any of those, any way you want to do it. This is what I have on hand. This is what we're using. And that's what we're having for dinner. And that's what we're having for dinner today. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. Oh, look at that cheesy goodness right there. Can you see the cheesy goodness? Oh, that looks so delicious. That is delicious. That is really, really good. I hope you give this recipe a try. And if you do, go ahead and give a thumbs up. While you're at it, go ahead and subscribe. We would love to have you part of the Grammy family. So until next time, we're going to make dinner together. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye, friends.